We are family owned and operated and will treat you like family. Visit us on the web at grannyannys.net. You're always welcome to come in and make yourself at home at Granny Annie's, 912 North Van Buren in Elk City.
During the biggest sales event in Oklahoma's history, you can top it off. Right now, you can top off your tank courtesy of David Stanley Ford, I-44 in North Mag, where you get gas for a year with every vehicle purchase. New vehicles starting from only $12,988. Premium vehicles from $595. Plus, every vehicle purchase gives gas for a year during that top it off sales event. 0 down delivers, and you can get 0% financing on any new 2010 Ford in stock. Right now at David Stanley Ford, I-44 in North Mag. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You brought up the matter of therapy, and one of the things that I've known about you that I've admired from early on was you meditate. And I always thought if I could learn to meditate, I bet that would help me. I know it's helped you. I just don't want to go someplace where people are sitting around without their shoes on, making. I don't want to do that.
To be sincere, it was never like that. I was 18 years old. I was in college. My mother was severely depressed. Well, look at her son. But in all seriousness, she was severely depressed. She was upset that her sister had died. She took it very hard, and things got to her. And I became very worried about her. And I remember I went off to college thinking, oh, I hope my mother's okay. Well, I get a call from this very happy, elated woman one day. And I'm like, who is this? And it's my mother, and she tells me she was watching the Johnny Carson show. She saw the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and she went on and learned Transcendental Meditation because she saw him on the show. And my mother sounded transformed. So she said to me, come on, I want to take you down to the TM Center. She took me down there. I did it. And it's the easiest thing I ever did. I've been doing it since I'm 18 years old. And I love to do it after the show. I find it very relaxing. Sure. And, it's just worked out.
The learning process, how long does it take? How long would it take for you to absorb what's necessary to actually meditate?
For you?
Yeah.
Well, you got issues. You learn in a weekend, really. It's a very simple process. It doesn't require anything special or...
Well, I had one of those things where you listen to, because I didn't want instructors and stuff. I had a thing where you listen to, and they said, here, just do this and do this and do this. And by the way, if you fall asleep, you're doing something wrong.
Well, no, and that's not transcendental meditation.
Right, but I thought, I don't mind being asleep.
No, sleeping's fine.
Yeah.
But so that's why it's not a bad thing. Sleeping is good.
But it actually has a physiological change on your brain connection.
That's what they said. I just read an article that if you just meditate for a couple of weeks, that actual gray matter grows. Look at me.
Right.
I mean, my head is exploding.
You're like a genius.
I'm a genius.
Okay, so that's been useful. Tell me about the therapy. What kind of stuff do you do in the therapy?
Well, I go in there. I used to go 4 days a week. I went 3 days a week, and I think it helped me sort of connect better with people. And you see,
I apologize
unnecessarily. It kept me from ending up like Charlie Sheen. I was divorced, and you could go down a terrible road with that.
But you never really.
I wasn't into drugs.
Yeah.
But you can kind of lose yourself, and I learned a lot about myself in therapy, and I found it very useful. Right. I was going to call you and tell you to do it, but who can get your number? Yeah. You're busy.
Yeah. But so you go like an hour a day? Is that what?
I go about 45 minutes.
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Yeah.
I was told by someone that if I went to a woman, it wouldn't be good. I had men issues.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my father and I, we were distant in the sense that we didn't have a lot of conversation and all of that. And so the psychiatrist felt it was good for me to sit with a man and really talk to a man and relate to him in a way that I'd never related to him.
The times before in my life when I have gone to therapy, and I've mentioned this before, I kind of get bored after a few weeks and I start not having things to say.
Yeah, that can happen. Well, you do what I do. You make stuff up.
Right. Well, that's putting on a bit of a show.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Everything's a show. My whole life is
we'll be back with Howard Stern later.